Yesterday, a game of football was played at Etihad. It ended 0-0 in favor of no one. And Pep Guardiola, he's like the father of Arteta in as far as football management is concerned, has come out and really hailed Arteta and Arsenal side. Has admitted that Arsenal closed them and they didn't create as many chances as they are required to kill off the game. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys, and where you're watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Smash it like no other, and don't really forget to see to it that all goes on as planned. The Muslims, Ramadan Kareem, and to the Christians, we cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ, and may the living true God bless you abundantly. Rokani David is my name as usual, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. Continue to subscribe because we want to hit 21,000 subscribers. Let's continue to subscribe to hit, I think, 20,600 subscribers. Then we obviously jet onto the milestone. I know by the end of this week, we're going to hit 21,000 subscribers because you guys are really great. And our mega target is to hit 30,000 subscribers. I know history is going to be made onto this channel. Now, how many likes? 300 likes should be smashed onto this video to see to it that all goes on as planned. Now, we have Pep Guardiola. He said, we take the point, we tried, we didn't create much, they didn't create much, the defense so compact, and we cannot regain the balls, high pressing because there is long balls, second balls, and they are really good with Kai Havertz and all the physicality they have. When Rico Lewis came in, they were in that side. They had 1 or 2 chances in transitions, especially when we lose 1 or 2 balls. But it was a tight game. We were who we are. Maybe we miss a little bit in the final third, but it isn't easy. Now, let me first start it off with when Rico Lewis came on. This Dutch international known as Nathan Ake found himself injured, and when he found himself injured, he had to be really taken off the field of play. And when he was taken off the field of play, with the injuries that Man City are really having, there is no way Jesco Vardio could stay playing in there for you. And obviously, he was really put into the central defense. And guess what? Arsenal tried to really utilize and really threaten that side of Rico Lewis, who was played as a left back in there for you. And I will understand that Rico Lewis is young, he's good, talented, but he hasn't yet proven himself to get into that team of Man City. And Pep Guardiola, he only gets you into the team when you deserve to be there. The moment you don't deserve to be there, he doesn't really put you there. So you saw it with the metamorphosis of Phil Foden, that it took him time to get into the team of Arsenal. And one thing I like about Pep Guardiola, he doesn't mince his words. He comes out and really tells you exactly what he feels and what the right thing is supposed to be done and said about this game of football. So he admits those injuries went ahead to affect him, and I'm going to bring you a further explanation at the end of this video when he talks about the videos. Now, he talks about winning the second balls. Arsenal won most of the second balls, and Arsenal fought like a team. That's what has gone ahead to improve at Arsenal. Last time, the compactness was not all that great, but with players of high intensity in the midfield, Jorginho, Declan Rice, Odegaard, right? It was really hard for them to obviously come out to see to it that they really win those second balls. Arsenal was all over the place. And I tell you, if you look at the chances they got, Arsenal got better chances than Man City. That's why Arsenal had 2 shots on target and Man City had 1. And that one came in through from a corner, and it never came in through from open play. That is one of the things people are not going to obviously come out and really give a lot of attention to, because that chance came out from open play. Sorry, from a set piece. When you look at set pieces, Man City is not that team that is going to score very many goals through set pieces, right? But they've gone ahead to score lots of goals through the open play. Now, if at all you block them from their open play system and they cannot really break you down, then there is no way they can really hit you. I remember when Man United played against them, They never scored any goal through a set piece, so they really had very many corners. They only scored goals through open play. Most of the goals of Man City are as a result of open play, display, and thinking. So Arsenal did what they had to do. I was going to talk about Kai Havertz. I told you that a player who is really talented and physical is really a difficult player. Kai Havertz has of late become one of the most influential players in that side of Arsenal. You know, the way he complements that, the offensive and defensive role. You see, he's talking about Kai Havertz, that he could win the second balls because of his physicality, and he ran in like he never had lungs. You know, the guy had an engine. You know, they really ran a lot. Kai Havertz was one of those that won all those balls because he's tall, he's physical, and he does run-ins that will obviously take you to the dream world. So he said they couldn't obviously go through and really break down the Arsenal side. Even if they are high pressing, Arsenal was like, we are not going to start the ball. We're not going to start the ball from our box. We are going to go long, because when you go long, then the high press loses meaning that they'll give you the ball and then you have to attack them, because for them, they're going to have to come up with a system that is going to stop you from really scoring. You have to obviously come out and really end up giving up. That's what Pep Guardiola is saying. So that's what Pep Guardiola said about the game, and then he talked about the injuries, because if I'm to really break down everything, we can talk till kingdom come, right? But let me add on this one also. He said on mounting injury problems, he said John will be back soon, Kyle will be longer, now Nathan Ake will be longer. What happened with Kyle and especially John? I said, okay, I don't know what's going to happen this month. Adapt. Add Rico Lewis. He played exceptionally well, and we have other guys. With the guys we have, we will do it. Now, I think what he should pray for is that no other player in his central defense will get an injury. And I know that of Ruben Diaz is not far off, because if he gets an injury in the central defense, that means he'll have to shift Rodri to play into the central defense and get in Matthias Nunes and Kovacic to play in the midfield, because he has to switch, Akanji, all John Stones when he returns to do the needful. I think he's really having injuries at a very worst moment of the season. If you're a manager, you wouldn't like to see to it that he really have injuries towards the end of the season. In a run-in, they're really having, because they are left with 9 games, and you shouldn't really come out and really have such injuries when you're left with 9 games to play and you are third. When you look at Liverpool, they've gone ahead to bring back almost all their players. Arsenal is now having a fully fit squad from Martinelli, Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Magalhaes, Julian Timber, Tomiyasu, Zinchenko, Gabriel Jesus, Thomas Partey. 8 players are back. And Arsenal reached an extent where they will be having 8 injured players. Julian Timber, Zinchenko, Tomiyasu, Thomas Partey, Gabriel Jesus, Martinelli, Gabriel Magalhaes, and Gabriel Jesus. 8 players. But towards the last 10 games of the season, important games I might say, these players are back. What a boost. And that should be one of the things that are really worrying Pep Guardiola everywhere he's seated, because he knows what it means to obviously go into a run-in with teams like Liverpool and Arsenal when you're really having injured players. For example, he's playing Aston Villa. You cannot go all out and play Aston Villa. We're not having Nathan Ake, John Stones, Kyle Walker, and you're playing on Wednesday. After playing on Wednesday, you're playing over the weekend. After playing the weekend, you are playing in the midweek against Real Madrid. So he has to obviously come out and really see what he's going to do, because Aston Villa is more or less like Arsenal. The difference of Aston Villa and Arsenal is that Aston Villa doesn't have really a very good bench because of the injured players they're really having. But if they had a very good bench, I tell you, they would have gone ahead to cause havoc to the side of Man City. that have a match at Etihad, and it's not going to be an easy game. Man City can score goals, but even Aston Villa is going to ask them questions. And tomorrow, I'm going to come up to give you a match preview of Man City versus Aston Villa, because it is going to be an intense game. It's going to be an intense game. The same applies to them playing against Spurs and very many other teams that are really going to come their way. So he's really right. The injuries are really affecting him, but he has nothing to do. These injuries have to be found a solution for. All they have to do is they should see to it that Kevin De Bruyne hits form, right? They should see to it that this other guy, Haaland, goes back to the scoring, to his scoring run, and even Phil Foden should come in through and obviously put in a very beautiful shape, and really get back. I know the game of Arsenal was really bad. He was really pocketed by Benjamin White and he was taken off. You understand? But all in all, we have to wait and see how that pans out. And lastly, he said Liverpool are first, but there are still 9 games and we will see what happens. Obviously, Liverpool is first, but there are still other games to go. And in those games to go, you cannot come out and say what is going to happen. But Man City is really having injuries. Can he do it without those players that are going to hate to really get injured? And the central defense looked like it's the most affected area of his pitch. And remember, the team of Aston Villa they are going to play is really one of those teams that will stretch you. That team of Aston Villa will stretch you. You understand? It will stretch you. That team of Aston Villa will stretch you as a team, and you'll reach an extent when you have nothing to do apart from really opening up and really acting right. So we wait and see how that pans out. But I think Liverpool are of course leading the table with 67 points. Arsenal is having 65. Now the side of Man City is having 64 points. 64, 63. I think they're really having 64. So with that, they still have to win every game. The pressure is really high. It's mounting day in, day out. And I tell you, nothing is going to stop you from really getting to where you deserve to be as a side of Arsenal and Liverpool. Looks like Man City are really going to be suppressed because those injuries are not really coming in to really not affect them in a positive way. It's going to affect them into a negative way. So your reactions to Pep Guardiola hailing Mikel Arteta's side are welcome in the comment section below in what I'm going to hate to refer as a Pep Guardiola reacting to Arsenal 0, Man City 0 at Etihad. May the living to God bless you abundantly. The Muslims, Ramadan Mubarak. And we sign out for now. See you later and we cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. I'm out.